wonder if I can zoom in on that. They're chasing me. Where is it? Where's the helicopter? There it is. Look at that. Oh, I can zoom in while I'm live. They're chasing me. That's how important I am. They got the black helicopters out on me. Hey, I want to do this real quick video because I just saw that. Let me put this glove on. It's pretty cold here in Red Bluff. It's getting cold. The sun is setting in yon distance. Hey, appreciate you joining me. I do this video in the spirit of when injustice happens to one man anywhere, injustice happens to all men everywhere. So I heard about this thing about a year ago with Amos Miller. He's like a Amish guy or Mennonite or whatever. And basically he grows his own food. He milks his own cows, he slaughters his own meat, he collects his own eggs, and he sells milk. He sells raw milk. And remember last year how the feds raided him? Well, guess what? The feds raided him again about 16, 18 hours ago. And it's absolutely ridiculous that Americans would continue to sing, "O'er the land of the free, home of the brave." How does that go? "O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." And all these people are like, shut up, we don't hear that anymore. But we keep singing that, maybe hoping it's true, but it's not. Because if you and I are not free to buy raw milk from somebody we want raw milk from, then we're not free. If we are not free to buy beef and poultry and pork and eggs from somebody or vegetables from somebody in the land of the free, home of the brave, stop singing the freaking song. It's not true. And what's happening to Amos Miller right now, and what's been happening to his family for the last year, is the same thing that's going to happen to all of us. Where did I title this video? I don't know. I don't think I titled the video. I think I forgot to title the video. What I should title it, and what I will title it when it gets done rendering, is "They will raid you too." They will bring injustice. Injustice will visit you too, unless we do something about it. I mean, this sounds like an old, cliche, but I am Amos Miller. You are Amos Miller. If he's getting raided, you're going to get raided too. If he's getting raided, I'm going to get raided too. And what the frick are we going to do about it? I mean, we got to do something so we can put all of our heads together and figure out what we can do, because none of us is greater than all of us. So what are we going to do? I mean, does it really take having to, have another Bundy Ranch scenario where we all head to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and, surround this guy's place and say, hey, if you're going to take him out, you're going to take us out too, and make a national show of it? What do we got here? Fire engine? Yeah, fire engine. It's utterly ridiculous when you have, let's just keep it simple. Let's say you got two consenting adults, okay? Let's say you are growing your own food. You've got your own chicken, so you got plenty of eggs, you got plenty of beef and poultry for your family. You're milking your own cows, and you got too much milk, and you've got too much vegetables. You've got too much beef and poultry and eggs, and you want to sell them to somebody, and then somebody finds out that you have good quality food that they want, because they don't want to go to Walmart or Stater Brothers or Kroger and buy the GMO stuff and the stuff that's injected with hormones. And we want fresh whole milk from a supplier that we know and we can trust. So let's say I grow food or you grow food, and you got too much for your family, and you've got an abundance, and you want to start selling it to people, and they find out what a good guy you are and how you harvest your crops and how you take care of your animals and how good and wholesome and nutritious your food is. And they want to enter into a voluntarily, mutually consensual business transaction with you where, hey, I've got a couple $100 and I'd rather spend it on groceries, buying groceries from you than buying groceries from some, grocery outlet or whatever. What business is it of a third party to get involved in that business transaction, even if I, who's buying the food, gets sick? It's not. Do you think the state really cares about you being well? Do you think the state really cares about your well-being and you being healthy? And that's not even the case here. Nobody that I know of, and I've seen a lot of reports, nobody that I know of has come forward saying, hey, yeah, all that milk that I got from Amos Miller, man, my entire family got sick. We were in ICU for a week and we almost didn't make it through it. Never heard of anything like that. But even if that was the case, aren't you free to buy food that may get you sick? Let's face it, I say this at the end of every video. Freedom is dangerous. It's unpredictable. It could jeopardize your health by making the wrong mistake or whatever. But what's more dangerous? What's more unpredictable? What's more unhealthy is getting the state or local or federal authorities involved in your business. Because then what comes in is tyranny and heavy regulation and codes and policies, and pretty soon freedom is out the window. I mean, it doesn't take long for freedom to go out the window. I mean, basically freedom gets jetpacks and it just vanishes into the sunset if you don't do something about that. So what are we going to do about not just Amos Miller, but what are we going to do about all these people who get raided by the cops? I mean, people are constantly, right now, how many people in America do you think are getting swatted and raided by the FBI? You know what happened at Ruby Ridge with Randy Weaver and his wife? You know what happened in Waco, Texas with the Branch Davidian cult stockpiling weapons? Hey, if you're not free to stockpile weapons, you're not free. If you're not free to live off grid away from the government like Randy Weaver wanted to do, that's a sane individual, that's sane thinking right there, then you're not free. What the hell are we going to do? I mean, how far into 2024 are we going to go and continue to do nothing and continue to be complacent and continue to be apathetic? So, I'm basically doing this live stream. Oh, there's a cop right there. I need to do some audits. There's a cop right there in the distance, right beyond that gas station right there. I don't know if you saw it. He's way far away. But what are we going to do? None of us is greater than all of us. So if we all put our heads together and figure out what we can do, I mean, this community is getting bigger. You've got a lot of people in this space, in the auditing community, who really want to see a change. I believe there's a lot of genuine people out there who want to expose tyranny and let freedom rise to the top. And there's a lot of us. Relatively speaking, 330 million people in America, there's not, it's a small percentage, but it's growing. As we expose these psychopaths like Frank Sloop, who admits that his entire job is writing citations, what, in other words, my entire job is economically terrorizing Americans who choose to use the public highways to go from point A to point B. And if I find you speeding, if I find you not wearing your seatbelt, if I find you doing an illegal lane change, I'm going to write you up and economically terrorize you and take your last $250 from you and drag you through the courts. Unbelievable that anybody would applaud that kind of a tyranny. But isn't that what politics is? Politics and government is the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the change of their own enslavement. And then you go under Frank Sloop's videos and it's like, way to go, Frank. We need more officers like this. We need more deputies doing what you're doing. We need more patrolmen enforcing the law on the public highways. These are the people that breathe the same air we breathe. These are the people that have families on American soil like we have. And they're calling for not only the tyranny for themselves, but also for us. That's, you got some screws loose there, man. You got some serious screws loose and they need to be tightened up. So bringing this back around to Amos Miller, what do we do to help this guy? I truly want to help this guy because I believe if we help Amos Miller, then in our time of need, there will probably be some help available for us too. So leave your thoughts in the comments on what we can do to help this guy. I don't know, start a GoFundMe, go to march on Lancaster, Pennsylvania, surround the guy like they did at Bundy Ranch. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have my glasses, so I can't see who's in here or what you guys are saying, but I appreciate you joining. Thanks for subscribing to this video. So, sometimes I feel like, man, can we do anything? I mean, is all hope lost? Are they really going to bring in the CBDCs, the central bank digital currency? Are they going to get rid of, fiat currency is bad enough, but at least there's some measure of freedom in it. You can go to a yard sale and, put down $5 and get something. But CBDCs come online, hey, all that's going to be gone. You're talking about a 100% surveillance coin. You were talking about total 100% control. And that's not something we need. That's not a road we need to go down. We've got a fentanyl problem. We've got a border crisis. We've got psychopaths, the domestic terror cell known as the IRS. We've got the Federal Reserve printing money like it's going out of style and devaluing the dollars that we have in our bank accounts. But you got the Fed, you got federal agents raiding a guy like Amos Miller, who absolutely did nothing wrong and has products that other people enjoy. As a matter of fact, from what I hear, he has 4,000 or 5,000 dedicated members who buy his milk and who buy, the stuff that the Miller family makes. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to me. So if you missed it from the first part of this video, here we are in beautiful downtown Red Bluff, California. It's actually a pretty neat place. It's pretty clean looking too. And the people seem pretty nice. Earlier today, I was going to go to this post office over here on the corner, but time just slipped away from me. I was going to do a real quick audit, see if they respected our right to record in public offices. But anyway, there's a post office. I don't know if you can see it. Post office down that way. Here, let me turn this camera around. As the sun's setting in the distance over here. That's west. And that's east. Staying over here at an Airbnb, visiting some family, wrapping up things for the holidays. But hey guys, I appreciate you being here, appreciate you joining. I'm a little frustrated because I see a whole lot of tyranny and not a lot of people wanting to do anything about it. Not you guys, but I know you guys want to do something about it, but there's a lot of people that, I don't know, frankly don't give a damn. I think they just want to live their lives. Maybe people are just too busy. It's like, you know what? I don't have time to fight tyranny. I got to put food on the table, and I'm already working 3 jobs. And by the time I get off of my last job, I only got a couple hours to sleep before I start the cycle all over again. I got to feed my family. So I think that's by design too. I think people are just so tired and so overworked and so underpaid that they got to prioritize. And I'm not saying that freedom's not a priority, but when you got, crying kids because there's no food on the table, or you're 2 months behind on rent, or you can't make your car payment, and if they come and repo your car, you're not going to be able to get to work, and then everything's in the crap can. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. I love America. I love the world. I love my fellow human beings. But I'll tell you what, some of these human beings who put on these clown costumes. Here's this post office right here, by the way. I don't know if you can see that. It's a pretty big post office. I hear that it was established in 1872. I don't think that building right there is from 1872. But that's a pretty old building from the early 1900s. Maybe if we're here on Monday, I'll go in there and see if they respect our right to record in public. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks for hanging out. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban live stream. Let me know what you guys think about what we should do for Amos Miller over there in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Take care.